that I know. I got you, yeah. And it's me and you. Cause baby, we ain't got nothing without love. I chopped and screwed that one, y'all. Okay? So, how are y'all today? Welcome in, welcome in. Hey. If you are new, welcome to this channel. If you are returning, welcome back, family. I miss y'all since the last video. And we gonna get started. I ain't gonna be on here before y'all long. Y'all know how I do. We gonna be talking about embracing the environments that promote your growth. Okay? Embrace those environments that promote your growth. God is so good, y'all. I was sitting here having a moment with myself and myself said, And I was like, okay, so Sel, what you think about this? Where you are today versus where you were yesterday or what have you? And myself was like, yeah, I like it. The rooms that you are in, the rooms that you put yourself in. And the good part about those is that God brings you to different places and spaces when you are ready to receive it. But the flesh will try to stop you from being in those places when God knows He's trying to take you somewhere. He's trying to get you through something. He's doing something for down the line where you may need it today to learn, but you may not have to apply it until further down the line. You know what I mean? So be aware of that when you see opportunities and things come up in front of you that are out of your norm. If it's not what you're used to, if you used to being around people that you know, find new people to be around, find new rooms to get into. Maybe it's something that you want to learn, maybe it's a certain type of people that you want to be around. And being in those environments is actually great because you don't have to feel like you got to be the smartest one in the room. You sit back and you be the student. You sit back and you learn from somebody else who has been already in the space that you are trying to go, or the space where you may need the advice on in the future, right? So just embrace those environments that God leads you to and take advantage of them. Get in those spaces and hey, get in those spaces and really just listen and learn. Okay? Learn is very important. And if you don't have resources and you are the resource, then it's time to go learn and get more resources for your own arsenal, right? You said you have a question. What is the definition of success? Whatever you deem as success. Wherever you feel like you win in any area of your life, if you accomplish a goal where you say, okay, I want to change my eating habits, you were successful. When you made a change to something and you actually did it, that's success, right? When you thought about something different. I need to improve. Oh, well, they got some websites for you, and you could go on them websites and pay for a teacher, and they can help you improve it, okay? They can help you. See, this the type of stuff. See, you don't belong in this room. Hold on. You don't belong. You in the wrong room. You need to go in the English teacher room. Okay? Hey, yeah. Don't come on here with that weird stuff today. Hold on, y'all. Because the trolls is trolling. Okay? All right. So, make sure I got it all. Yeah, so put yourself in environments and rooms where you can actually learn and put some more stuff in your arsenal. Because the reason that God is presenting it to you is because you're going to need it. Not so much needed to share with other people, but needed for yourself as you walk this path, right? Hold on. So as you walk this path, just go ahead and grow. Keep growing, keep being around people and in spaces that you can elevate mentally, physically, spiritually, however it is. Whatever makes you a better person, whatever helps you to become better in your heart, let your walls down, your guards down, change your thinking, your perception, whatever it is, get in those spaces that help to elevate you. Don't worry about what you've learned in the past, right? What they say, it's not what you were taught, but it's what you learn. So things that we may be taught may be outdated beliefs, or it may be just no longer applicable in today's day. But if you take the time to learn, you'll have more present day information on hand for yourself that you can apply into your life. And then you'll begin to learn too that some of the stuff you were taught wasn't good or wasn't real. It was just for a specific type of people that had specific beliefs based on their perceptions. That don't mean that it's everybody's reality. You get what I'm saying? So be careful with what you were taught, but also be willing to learn. All right. And one thing about learning is on this path, you can't be wavering, right? You can say today, I want something. I want this, or I want to be this, or whatever it is that you desire in your heart. But you can't waver on that, especially in the face of adversity, because adversity will come. And not to get political, because I don't endorse any party, but one thing about life is you can learn a lesson from other people as well. So when you look at someone else's life and think about the things that they've been through, think about the adversity or the challenges, hey, that they had to walk through and they had to face, and they made it through. Their resilience, their level of, I'm going to stick with it regardless, the level of, stick to itness. That's pretty much what it is. So that level that that person possess as they're trying to get to whatever it is they desire or creating in their life, they stay resilient. Okay, they remain resilient with their eye specifically on that, and things come up. You got to look at your president elect, right? And the lesson that you can learn from it once you detach, take all of your emotions out of whatever you may feel about any specific person. Look at the lesson that is included in or the message that God may want you to see. And I saw it, I'm like, whoa. But all of the resilience, the attacks, the accusations, the gossip, the slander, the rumors, everything that you could be possibly faced with, assassination, even assassination of character, you got to look at it. And in the midst of it, they just still kept going, still wanted to be in a position of winning, right? And at the end of the day, it may have looked like it was the underdog. Hey, he may have looked like the underdog, but when you keep your eye focused on the win, hey James, when you keep your eye focused on that win, you have no choice, because the process of what you're going to have to go through to get to where you want to be or to get to become who you want to be is not easy. But when you keep your eye on that goal that you got in mind, in the face of any adversity that may come up against you, you are destined to win. You are destined to grow. You are destined for to be in a better space. It's got to work for you because you didn't give up. You didn't look at the problems, but you looked at the solution. And you had the resilience and you had the wherewithal that you needed to get you to that place, right? So when you walk with that and you keep your eye focused and stayed like this, stayed on God, stayed on that goal, stay focused on what it is that you desire to eat. It's a squiggly path, right? You ever see that squiggly path with the loops and the circles and stuff? Because it's not a straight path to get to where you want to be. There is a process, right? But in the midst of it, you cannot waver. You can't waver in what it is that you believe it. If you believe it in your heart wholeheartedly, right? The reason that a lot of people suggest um, manifesting is because it's the feeling that it gets you. It's the feeling of you thinking about somewhere or something or beings, whatever it is that you currently aren't. And that feeling of excitement or whatever that feeling is that it gives you, that's what people generally tend to operate on, right? And that feeling is what you want to keep recreating, not so much the vision that you had in your mind about what you want, not so much about how the outcome is going to play out, but that the fact of I put it out there and that's what it is, however it has to come. It don't matter how it has to come. I believe when somebody starts out, they don't think of all of the adversity that has to come to them. They don't even know what it is. But remaining steadfast and strong and faithful in God is just, you gotta win in the end. But in order to get you on that path, you gotta be around people that's saying something different along the lines of where you trying to go. You got to have a support system of where you trying to go, not where you been and where you don't want to go back to, right? You got to let that go. And you got to walk towards the path that's going to help you to say, okay, when this situation happened, I did this, this, and this. Maybe that can help you too. Okay, when that situation happened, put yourself in those environments and spaces where people can show you. You don't have to be fearful because, hey, I've been through it. Here it go for you. Not in situations where you having competition with another person about lack, right? Have you ever been in a war with somebody about lack, what you ain't have? Man, I was struggling trying to get food in the refrigerator. And the next person be like, man, I ain't had no groceries in there for 3 months. Be in a competition over lack. No, put yourself in environments where you can say, okay, if this person do it or did it, I can do it too. Put yourself in abundant spaces, right? Be around abundance. Don't be around lack and poverty mentalities, right? Get around abundance. Learn. Be excited. Carry that feeling of excitement for whatever it is that you want so that you don't have to waver. One thing that you don't want to do with God is just believe God. Because the very way that you can believe Him, you can be in disbelief too, right? But the thing about knowing God, when you know what you know, when you know who a person is, think about a physical person. When you know who a physical person is, 9 times out of 10, you can really determine what they're going to do and how they're going to be, right? When you get to know God and know His ways, then you're going to know, okay, it may look funny right now. It may look this way, but I know God. So I know He's going to work it out, right? I know He's going to do it. I know He's going to come through with the come through. That's part of knowing somebody. That's part of building a relationship. If you don't know somebody, you're just going to judge and assume, and you may believe some things, but then you don't believe others. But once you build that relationship and you build that foundation with that person, place or thing, you're going to know. Oh, no, they don't serve that at that restaurant. No, I know. So know that God is right there with you. Know that God is for you. Know that everything has a purpose in the end. Nothing is never for the right now. It may be a right now word or something for you, but it's to prepare you and get you ready for the future. But in your rejection, you can tend to miss it. And then when that happens to come up in your life, you don't have the necessary arsenal or tools that you need to get yourself out of it, that adversity that may come to you because you didn't receive the information that was given to you prior. But when you take everything that you see on a day-to-day basis as signs, synchronicities, opportunities, when you look at it in that light, then you're going to be more aware of what it is that you're doing, each step that you're taking. You're going to be more aware of, oh, God, I know why you're doing. I see you looking. Look, I see why you're doing that now. Okay, God, I see. It look a little shady. But hey, I see it. You may not see the whole big picture. He ain't going to reveal everything to you. But knowing who God is, knowing what he can do, it should give you hope for the next, whatever he gonna do, or whatever he is for you, right? So build that relationship with God. No matter what you feel right there in that moment, learn how to detach from things that may bother you or that may make you waver on your faith, or things that are things that just keep you bogged down in a space of lack. You know what? But the things that keep you in a space of lack, get out of that. That's why it's important to start speaking what you want and not speaking what you don't want. Because even though you are speaking it, that feeling that you're vibrating when you speak those words is what's going out there, right? That's what you're attracting back to you, that feeling. Because it wants to give you more of that feeling. So put yourself in rooms that excite you to want to learn more, to do more, to be more. Put yourself in those type of environments that's going to help you grow. All right? Put yourself in those environments that's going to teach you a thing or three. Teach you something new. That's going to help you to explore and expand your mind on a whole deeper level. We have to start practicing critical thinking. The way we expand our critical thinking is by learning new things and testing it. Not just going with the okie doke and saying, okay, this is what it is and that's what somebody said. No, challenge it, question it. Make sure that it sits well in your soul, because at the end of the day, that's the only soul that got to sit with is yours. So make sure it makes sense to you, not just because somebody told you or something you read said that's what it is. And then you apply your critical skills into that, and that's how you learn and build your critical skills so you can practice on those things. And that's how you build discernment. That's how you're able to properly discern, especially when you can detach from things, places, people, or what, everything but God. Detach from it emotionally. Now you're coming from a logical space where you can actually discern. A lot of times our feelings be discerning stuff and it don't even be true. It be just because we felt a certain type of way, so we felt it to be true in that moment. And yeah, that's your truth, but that doesn't make it the truth. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure that you stay in the heart space of wanting to continue to grow, continue to let your guards down, because over time throughout life and your perception of reality has caused walls to be built. And the ego has built so many walls up around you to where it has you trapped. And you can't get past your own thought process because your emotions is in a way. Your feelings is in a way. Release it. Let it go. Be okay with not knowing what you don't know. But as long as that you know who God is, that should be the only thing you know, that you need to know. He's God. And whatever it is, whatever way that it's supposed to work out, it's going to be. You said, am I dating anyone? You talking about my little yeah? My little yeah. You talk about that one? Who I'm dating? It depends. I don't know. What's today? Tuesday? So do I date on Tuesday? Should I let who I'm knowing know? Tell them to tell everybody. Tell the whole world, baby. Tell the whole world. No, but seriously. Why you want to know if I'm dating? Who you dating? I don't even care for real, because who you screw don't send me to the clinic, so I really don't care who you dating, but why you want to know if I'm dating? Huh? Talk to me. I'll talk back. My stomach growling, y'all. I'm hungry. I done cooked me yesterday. I got some leftovers. I'm about to go warm up some squash and potatoes and steak with some onions. Oh my goodness. Okay, you ain't gonna answer me, so we just gonna leave it at that then. You don't wanna answer me. Boo, if you out there, you know who you is. Babe, I love you. You're my everything. You're the big one. Forget the wedding ring. Don't forget the wedding ring. No, we ain't playing that. We in the fast cars and we switching lanes. I said, ooh, baby. You better tell all them girls about me. You better let them know. Now let me stop playing. I'm just kidding. Keep us private. All right, you just gonna ask me and then not answer the question back. Ain't that something? You are something else. You know that? You gonna ask me a question, but you don't want to talk back. I thought we was conversating. Maybe you got the answer you was looking for, I guess. I don't know. But either way, put yourself in them right environments and let's grow.